Why are Indians so good at maths? Why do they dominate spelling bees like it's a side quest they've finished at level 5? Every year an American kid cries on stage while a tiny Indian child calmly spells Numen ultra microscopic silicovolcaniconiosis like they're reading from their grocery list. And maths? Bro. Indians treat maths like it's a warm-up exercise before breakfast. X superscript 2 plus 2x plus trauma equals IIT entrance exam. Welcome back to Tell Me Why, the channel where we take deep scientific mysteries, sprinkle sarcasm, add emotional damage, and deliver answers your textbooks were too scared to print. Let's dive deep into why Indians are built different when it comes to numbers and letters. Indians are good at maths and spelling not because of magic genetics or cosmic blessings. No, it's because their entire childhood is a psychological experiment that would make neuroscientists cry, philosophers panic, and therapists retire. Let's start with the most powerful academic motivator in the Indian subcontinent, the Mother's Chapel. Scientifically speaking, this isn't footwear. This is a heat-seeking missile with emotional attachment. The chapel is powered by rage, disappointment, and the fact that you scored 97% instead of 100%. Let's be honest. Western kids grow up with gentle reminders like, "Sweetie, finish your homework or no iPad." Indian kids? They grew up with, "Finish your homework or the rubber chapel of doom will come flying at Mach 3 speeds, guided by NASA-level targeting." This isn't discipline. This is ballistic missile technology disguised as footwear. And don't forget the father. The man who walks silently like a ninja until he removes the leather belt of fear, which scientifically activates a child's brain's fight or flight. But mostly calculate your math homework faster mode. Scientists call it Pavlovian academic conditioning. Translation: belt raises brain suddenly remembers all multiplication tables up to 50. Forget weapons. Anything mothers touch becomes a weapon. A broom? Weapon. A spoon? Weapon. The TV remote? Nuclear-level weapon. The kid sneezes wrong swing. No wonder Indian kids become great at maths. Their entire life is timed calculation. Can I finish this problem before mom finds the other chapel? Let's find out. But the real monster, the true villain of every Indian childhood, the cousin. No matter how good you are, there is always a cousin who ruins your peace. You get 90%. The cousin gets 95%. You get 95%. The cousin gets 99%. You get 99%. The cousin invents a startup, wins NASA competition, and gets a shout-out from Sundar Pichai. Cousin Rohan becomes a doctor? Your parents suddenly expect you to become a doctor, engineer, astrophysicist, pilot, lawyer, IS officer, and part-time spiritual guru. Cousin Priya got into IIT? Your parents don't want you to get into IIT. No. They want you to build a new IIT on Mars. They want you to colonize Pluto, create a civilization, build skyscrapers on the moon, and then return home for dinner by 8 p.m. sharp. This cousin pressure is not pressure. It is cosmic-level motivational bullying. It pushes the child beyond the boundaries of Earth. And all this because cousin Rahul once won a science fair by making a volcano erupt using baking soda. That's it. Your entire destiny is destroyed. Psychologists say that being constantly compared activates deep-seated performance networks in the brain. Indian kids learn to work under impossible pressure. Pressure that would make a Western kid faint, cry, and move into therapy instantly. Indian parents don't think their kids can fail. No. Failure is not in their vocabulary. Indian households are basically unofficial spelling bee training camps. Because when an Indian mom shouts an insult, it's in full vocabulary. You irresponsible, overconfident, good-for-nothing, blanket-stealing, hair-not-combed child. Kids learn 12 adjectives before age 7 just from mom's drama. Meanwhile, dad shouts from the other room, "Spell responsibility now." And the child spells it nightmare mode. RESPONSIBILITY. Correctly. While crying. But now let's get into the actual science behind why Indians dominate maths and spelling bees. Early memory drilling creates supercharged neural pathways. Indian kids memorize multiplication tables up to 20 before they even lose all their baby teeth. This repetition strengthens the hippocampus, the memory center, to an elite level. Meanwhile, spelling dictation tests turn language processing circuits into laser-sharp memory machines. Western kids, learning colors. Indian kids, spelling, photosynthesis, archipelago, and embarrassment. Multilingual brain equals high processing power. Indian kids grow up speaking mother tongue, regional language, Hindi, English, and sometimes even Sanskrit, Urdu, Tamil, or Punjabi at school. That's basically brain gymnastics every day. Research shows multilingual children develop stronger working memory, faster pattern detection, superior problem solving, enhanced articulation, better task switching. Exactly the superpowers needed for maths and spelling. Vedic maths, the ancient cheat codes. India literally invented math shortcuts thousands of years ago. Kids using Vedic math methods can mentally solve in seconds what others need calculators for. Add the speed from avoiding chapal strikes and boom, mental math machine unlocked. Environmental pressure creates high cognitive efficiency. India is a competitive ecosystem where population 1.4 billion, opportunities limited, pressure unlimited, expectations unrealistic. This forces the brain to develop survival-level efficiency. That's why Indians solve math like it's casual. That's why they spell otorhinolaryngologist like it's a username. They have multilingual brain circuits, memory strengthened by fear, pattern recognition built from decoding parents' mood, quick reflexes from dodging flying objects, problem-solving shaped by how to explain this report card without dying. Now mix science plus trauma plus multilingualism plus pressure plus ancient math plus cousin rivalry plus parental weapons, and you get the final formula. Father's belt, cousin success, population pressure, Vedic math, multilingual brain, equals maths monsters plus spelling bee warriors. The brain of an Indian child isn't just developed. It's been forged in the fires of expectation, sharpened by fear, polished by repetition, and supercharged by cultural evolution. And there you have it. Now you know why Indians are basically born with math superpowers, spelling laser beams, and the ability to dodge mom's slipper at Mach 3. If you're Indian and watching this, nod slowly and whisper, "Yep, that was my childhood." Smash that like button so hard your phone thinks it's under attack, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because here on Tell Me Why, we mix science, sarcasm, and slightly traumatic childhood memories to make learning actually entertaining. Come for the chapels, stay for the brain hacks. And remember, don't let your cousin win.